Radio New Zealand News at midnight. Kia ora, good morning. I'm Lloyd Scott. The police are continuing their hunt for two men wanted over an alleged kidnapping in Queenstown last Wednesday. They have ongoing fears for the safety of the victim, 22-year-old Joseph Armstrong. Two men have been arrested. One of two men still being sought is 23-year-old Joshua Vaint, whose grandfather has publicly called on him to surrender. The other is a 38-year-old Queenstown businessman, Peter Wilson, who was involved in the gangland shooting in Australia, which he survived despite taking several bullets. The police have lifted the cordon on the Tauranga Road, where a man was found dead in a driveway yesterday morning. Officers were called to the Mansfield Street house around 9 o'clock after the body was discovered by people living at the house. The police say the man, believed to be in his late teens, had attended a party at the house next door the night before, but they had received no calls to the gathering. They say there was a stabbing some distance away about midnight, and they're investigating whether the incidents are linked. A 9-man Volvo Ocean Race crew was forced to abandon their boat yesterday after it was badly damaged when it became grounded on a reef in the middle of the Indian Ocean. Danish entry Team Vestas Wind, whose crew includes New Zealanders Tony Ray and Rob Salthouse, was running in fourth place in the leg between Cape Town and Abu Dhabi when the collision happened, 430 kilometres to the northeast of Mauritius. The crew waded knee-deep through the waves in darkness to a rock, which provided them with a safe place to shelter. A small boat from the nearby Coast Guard then picked them up just after daybreak and took them to the tiny islet where they rested after their ordeal. Kabul's police chief is reported to have resigned after the Afghan capital was hit by at least 9 militant attacks in the last 2 weeks, with foreign compounds, embassy vehicles and American troops among those targeted. General Zahir resigned shortly after he confirmed that 3 South Africans, a father and his son and daughter, and an Afghan citizen, were killed in a Taliban attack on Saturday night. The BBC's Richard Galpin reports.
3 foreigners were killed in the attack last night. Certainly we know that it was one man and his son and daughter. Last night they were saying it was only one foreigner, but that number has now gone up. It was clearly a very serious attack with 3 suicide bombers storming into the guest house of an aid agency. We're not sure exactly which aid agency it was, but certainly a foreign one. One of the suicide bombers blew himself up, and then there was a long firefight between the security forces and the remaining 2 Taliban attackers.
Richard Galpin in Kabul. The Wellington police have upgraded the death of Lower Hutt man Matthew Stevens to a homicide investigation following the results of a post-mortem. Tests found the 32-year-old had suffered several stab wounds and had been assaulted. Mr. Stevens' body was discovered early Friday morning near his crashed car in difficult terrain on the Toki-City hill. A sports result, the cricket, New Zealand's tour of United Arab Emirates' 3rd test, where New Zealand seemed to be doing pretty well. Pakistan was 351 in their first innings. New Zealand then went on and made 690 finally before they were all out. And now Pakistan have been batting on day 4. It's a T on day 4 at the moment. Pakistan are 147. They've already lost 7 wickets. They trail by 192 runs with those 3 wickets remaining. That's the news.
Recaptured and returning. All the reaction.
If they had been doing their job in the first place, then Smith would not have been able to make a monkey out of the entire country.
Not only for myself, but this project and its victims' family, and they're very much on edge.
Philip Smith is about to be deported from Brazil. They've taken him from the prison this morning and taken him to the airport.
Your news here first. This is Ferguson and Guy and Espinal Morning Reports, weekdays from 6 on Radio New Zealand National.
Well, we've reached it. The last month of the year. It's Monday today, the 1st of December, start of a new month, start of a new week. I have the Met-Service short forecast here to midnight tonight. Got a lot of hail around by the looks of things. Northland, Auckland and the Coromandel Peninsula, a few showers. Waikato to Manawatu, including Bay of Plenty and the Central High Country. Showers, some heavy with thunderstorms and hail south of Taupo this afternoon and this evening. Gisborne to Wairarapa, also Kapiti. This is for Wellington too, and on down to Nelson. Showers in Wellington and Wairarapa, spreading elsewhere during the course of the day. Isolated thunderstorms this afternoon and this evening with hail. Marlborough and Canterbury, scattered showers, some heavy with hail, easing this evening. Snow to 700 metres in Canterbury. Bulla and Westland, fine apart from a few showers north of Hokitika. Some of them altogether heavy with hail. Well done. Otago, Southland and Fiordland. Showers with hail, especially in the south. Snow to 400 metres.
Atamarie, good morning. I'm Paul Bushnell with Hymns for Sunday Morning on Radio New Zealand National. We begin marking the first Sunday of Advent with the choir of Sheffield Cathedral. It sings an Advent hymn written by Philip Nicolai in 1598 to the tune Sleepers Awake. Wake, awake with tidings thrilling.